Hi, this is Cheryl Cuthro from the Anderson GOP, and I'm with Christine Shirley, and she's running for the County Council seat number 5. How are you today, Christine?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Now, because some people won't know the numbers and what that relates to, can you give me the area that you would be serving if you win?
Absolutely. District 5 runs from the Centerville district up around 28 bypass, down Centerville Road, over Highway 24, down 187, covers the lakefront side, all the way back up to 28 bypass, and a little section of Homeland Park as well.
Great. Now, what actually is your main reason for putting yourself out there to run for county council?
Well, the main reason is I got really involved with the push for the Second Amendment sanctuary ordinance in Anderson County. And upon talking with all of the county council members, and especially my own district, I was really frustrated with some of the responses that I was getting. And, you know, I basically put my money where my mouth was and said, if you are not going to pass this, then I am going to do what I can to make sure that you get replaced. And then it went from there. And the more research I've done into Anderson County politics and things that happen on the county council, I just really feel that there could be a better voice for people in our area, especially small businesses and farmers and self-employed and people like that.
And I do understand that you are a farmer and small business owner. So
absolutely. Yeah.
Now, the Republican Party wants to be sure that anyone running with an R on their name will be standing up for the Republican platform. So can you tell me what's most important from the platform on your in your campaign?
Well, obviously, I'll start with the Second Amendment because that is what got me into this. And so that's number 1 on my priority list. That, as well as, you know, individual liberties and freedoms, the right to life, lowering taxes, less government, you know, basically you could do the whole checklist. But yeah, those are probably my most important things right there.
So if you're elected to this position, what are the few things that you feel like you'll want to target in your first term?
Definitely identifying, number 1, where the current tax dollars that we are receiving is going, because there are projects in this county that are still incomplete. We have some of the worst roads in the state, and I can say that because we drive all over them hauling heavy equipment and livestock, and they are terrible. And I see other counties that do not have roads that match these conditions, and I know that Anderson County has more money flowing into it than some of these others, like Pickens, because it's such a rural community, and there's just no reason why we can't fix these things. I'd really like to initiate some incentives for small business to come into Anderson to revitalize some of the areas that are, you know, broken. You know, the Homeland Park area could use more thriving small businesses. Small business owners could use breaks. You know, we give a lot of breaks for huge companies like Electrolux and Michelin and things like that to come into Anderson County. But what happens if they leave? Then all those people are gone. And if we are helping small business, and for, you know, from a farming standpoint, self-sufficiency is really one of our strongest things. And I want people to feel self-sufficient in Anderson County, that we're not dependent on these huge corporations to come in and supply us with jobs and tax dollars to improve infrastructure. We really need to be a more self-sufficient county, and we need to be prepared in terms of disasters like the one we're having right now with the coronavirus, so that businesses and people are not as impacted.
It has been awful for some of the small businesses, and I know especially the small restaurants and things like that. So
we have always been huge supporters of buy local, support small farms, support small business. You know, you can go back through our farm page and everything and see that we've always been there. And I want to continue that at the county level, not just trying to appeal to my local community, but, you know, it's as far reaching as I can get.
Okay, I want to give you a couple of minutes and just so you can let people know a little bit more about yourself and how they can get in touch with you, how they can support you, or your website, or whatever you need to do. So I'll give you that couple of minutes now.
Okay. Well, I'm first and foremost a wife, a mother. I've got 3 awesome teenage boys and a young man. We homeschool, we have a farm. We're all about being independent and self-sufficient and having less government involvement in our lives. And I want to encourage that. I want to encourage more people to be involved in their local government. To, you know, even if this bid for county council is unsuccessful, I want people to feel like it is something that they can do. It is something that they can control, because we do control who serves on our council, and that means that we control what happens in this county. Mm-hmm. If anyone wants to reach me, probably the easiest way is going to be on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook, either my personal page or through a farm page. Shirley Family Farm is out on Dobbins Bridge Road. A lot of people probably know us. Or through, I've got a campaign page on Facebook as well. You could also reach me by phone. That's 864-933-4215. And those are probably the fastest and easiest ways to reach me, because we are on the road a lot. So I'm not really in front of a computer a whole lot.
You're a busy lady.
Yes.
But you know, if you want something done, you give it to a busy person. That's for sure.
Well, that's true. And that's the other thing, is like, if you want something done, sometimes the best thing to do is to do it yourself. And as I said in a county council meeting, you know, if no one else will do it, then I will do it. So, you know, no one's infallible. And just because somebody's been on the council for a really long time doesn't mean that somebody knew that it's not time for new leadership or new guidance.
I appreciate, again, you taking this time, and we're going to get this sent out on the websites and Facebook and all that, so people, because we still have people sheltered in, and we want to be sure that get your information and get your name recognition out there and your face. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate you taking this time with me, and I want to remind everybody to vote at the primary, and it's easiest to go down to the election commission if you don't want to be able to stand in line on June 9th. It's preferably that you go to the election commission and vote absentee instead of mailing. We just don't know what's going to happen to the mail, although it is legal to do it by mail. But again, I want to thank you, Christine, for giving us this time.
And thank you so much for giving us the opportunity, because it has been a very difficult campaign season with trying to get the word out, reach people, you know, get support, find out what people are thinking. And this is just a good way to reach people. So I'm glad you're doing this.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're all having to get used to new technology.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, and we hope to see you soon.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.